Ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages, I'm about to show you something that I should have done a long time ago with regards to the menu front. Today, we're gonna take a look at the all-in salad. The all-in salad is one in which the leaves are essentially used to transport the main calories, which are the fat that are going to sustain your body and brain throughout the good times and the bad. It's going to be a very quick one because everything is already prepared. And this is just an indication of also how quick and convenient it can be for you and yours. So the perspectives of why I would use this and have this as one of my main meals of the day. So I'm just having about 2 meals today. So this is going to be one of the main meals. It's going to be very calorie filled by use of fats. That's a perspective which you can find in other places, but this is not about nutrition other than it fulfilling the second part of the 2-part requirement of menus which make it to this channel, which it must be delicious and nutritious. So it rhymes. Get it? Cool. So yeah, there's perspectives on the nutritional aspect of this salad. That's not the point. The point is we're going to make a decent salad. Now, really, this salad is one that will blow your socks off. I've given it to people. My mother has shared it with friends, and they've literally said, "Where did you get that salad from? How did you make it? Give me the ingredients." And it's not often someone asks you for the ingredients of your salad. They might ask you for the ingredients of your soup, of your mama's special sauce. They might say, "How did you cook that lovely piece of rib?" No one's asking, "How did you make your salad?" This apparently, it is that kind of thing. And, you know, the taste is also something that you won't get in a normal salad, because normal salads, such as those that we kind of grow up with and are just known as, like, you know, salads, that light salad meal that we have in case, you know, other than like a normal meal, or, you know, the classic Eddie Murphy, "I'll just have a salad." It's not one of those salads. You haven't tasted a salad like this. You haven't had the fat dripping out of your mouth from the variation of vegetable fats that go into this. And if you are not eating fish or mollusks, which is what's going to be put in here, I can't give you an alternative. Use some beans and stuff. Use your imagination, okay? So just to give you a quick run through of some of the ingredients, we've got here, the main masterpiece has to be leafy green salad. So leafy, dense leafy green salad is like your spinach, right? You can find substitutes for this, but spinach is one of the best things. You could just eat your spinach. This is organic, this supermarket organic, right? And also the other dense leaf that I'm using here is the rocket salad, also organic, okay? These are the only 2 that are gonna make it into my salad. I will only use another salad leaf if for some reason these are not available. And if these are not available, it's a very sad day. You will not catch me putting sorry, I'm a bit allergic to that. Iceberg lettuce into a salad. Iceberg lettuce is the #1 reason why children grow up not enjoying salads. Iceberg lettuce can be used for many things, like a filling for a doner kebab or something like this. It's not used for a salad. These are the 2 leaves that I'm personally using. I advise you to do the same if you want to get the dense nutrients that are stacked in these mothers. And we're not talking about, you know, I just have a little bit of salad. No, this is like handfuls of good green goodness. There's no other word for it. It's good. G-O-O-D. We put that O in there twice because it's so good. The other thing that we're going to put in here, and this is up to negotiation, whatever you want, whatever tickles your fancy. I just got some organic cucumber, organic tomatoes, again, supermarket organic, excuse me. Mix it as you like. You can have other things. I was going to put a red pepper in there, or a capsicum, or a paprika, from wherever you're from. This is nice and dense as well. Look for density when you're playing around with fresh vegetables, right? Fresh salad stuff. Density is what you want. Nothing that goes like this. Density, look at that. This is one of the most filled vitamin K things you can get, right? Look how dense that parsley is, yeah? Density. But I'm not putting it in because I've got red already in there. And I do still believe in the colour concepts of choosing with nutrition and working with your eyes is what we teach our children as well. Just get lots and lots of colours in there. I don't need to double up on my colours, and also I will just eat that later or during. Why not? One of the other things, this is not organic but normally would be, this is beetroot, right? Just cooked beetroot. It's already been chopped and shredded. Yeah, this is cooked beetroot. That's gonna go in there. Look how dark it is. Look at that darkness. How dark are your blueberries? Why? Because they're full of phytonutrients. Yeah, get that darkness in there. Something nice and dark and rich in there. The other thing that I'm gonna have in there, yes, that is all raw ginger. That raw ginger has been sliced up. That was about the size of a thumb. Everyone has different sized thumbs, but this is the amount of ginger you're gonna need. Ginger. If you don't like the taste of raw ginger, that's really sad because it's fantastic in the salad and it's really, really good for you. Throw it in there a little bit like this, and over time, build yourself up to it. And I'll tell you what, the amount of people I have literally forced fed this salad to before they realize, wow, it's delicious. The amount of people that said, I don't really like salad, just like, I'll take a little bit before they start scooping it from the bowl. Those are the types of people that don't like ginger, apparently. But when you put it in this, I already told you, something magical happens inside and it turns into something else. And it will get people who don't like salad to say, this is the best salad I've ever had in my life. The best salad I've ever had in my life, okay? Really bigging it up, and I'm happy to do so. Let's go to the only kind of dense carbohydrate that is optional to put in here. This can also be organic if you choose to, but they're just dried raisins, yeah? Little dried raisins. Now, normally I would only put these in after I've done a heavy session of practice. And this morning I'm putting them in because I had a heavy session of practice last night. And it also gives a perfect sweetness if you're feeling a little bit naughty. Those dried raisins in there. Let's go to fats. Stars of the show. Stars of the show. Enter the walnut. There it is. Those walnuts. All right, we're gonna crumble those in. You're gonna get one of the best, most dense omega-3 sources from a nut, or from any vegetable, or plant, sorry, vegetable, any plant that you can find in this nut, all right? The other one that I'm gonna put in there, which I didn't even get, I almost forgot it, generally a seed mix, but here pumpkin seeds. Yeah, nice pumpkin seeds. As far as I understand, full of, oh, it's already gone in. As far as I understand, full of zinc. I'm not too up with that. This is not about nutrition, it's about taste. It adds a nice nuttiness to it. The other things we're going to use for fat, feta cheese. Feta cheese, don't ever do anything like a half or partial fat on anything that's dairy related. If you're going to eat dairy, eat all of it. You wouldn't skim the fat off your mother's breast milk. Get it? That's the kind of size that I'm going to use for this feta cheese. As you can see, it's about 2 to 3 fingers worth of feta cheese. I could just, right now, but I'm not going to. You know what? I'll just do that again and we can use that for a thumbnail. Okay, now we've got the thumbnail for the video. So, going on with the fats, let's move to the easiest ones now, the liquid fats. The liquid fats, of course, it's going to be an olive oil, a good quality olive oil. This is kind of a moderate quality olive oil, actually, it's not a good one. Specialized oils. Have these in your kitchen, please. Hemp seed oil. Hemp seed oil. If you don't get it in your local supermarket, or it costs a fortune, like it does here in Switzerland, then you can get it from iherb.com. That's iherb.com. You're not going to get any promo for me, but I will say, if you do a checkout at iherb.com and buy some goodies from there, always search online for a discount coupon code. You will always get at least a 10% discount. Always. So if you're like me and you spend like $500 on iHerb, then you're gonna get $50 off. Seriously, every single time. Do not go through that checkout until you've got a 10% discount code. Do a little bit of searching and you'll get that. Save your pennies. The last oil, it's got to be the flax, isn't it? Flaxseed. What I'm looking for in these oils is high omega-3 content to balance out a lot of the omega-6 that is in this. It's going too deep. There's too much nutrition. It's not about nutrition. It's about delicious. Something about nutritious. And that's how it's going to go. So, oh my God. People at the back shouting, barbells in hand, stopping halfway through their 5x5 set of back squats saying, where's the protein? Where's the protein? The protein. So this is the star of the show as well. I've got myself also from iHerb, because unlike if I lived, for example, in a wonderful place like Portugal, this is whole oysters in a tin can. You will get so many good minerals from these babies. Your magnesium, too much nutrition. Nutritional powerhouse. That's what it is, nutritional powerhouse. I'm on a little bit of a protein buzz at the moment. That's why I'm so like, right? So I'm actually gonna double it up, back into town, with some MSC sardines, MSC certified. Yeah, there's a whole story about that, all right? Anyway, sardines are generally sustainably fished. My brother are working on boats, small boats that ring net, which means the fish are sustainably caught. They put the net around the shoal of fish. They close it on the bottom and they pull and scoop it up, just like a normal net. So there's no dragging of the ocean bed and things like this. They have a crew of about 3 to 4 people, as it should be. It's not one of these monster ships that are going around with a crew of 20 to 30 people and dragging through nets that go on for kilometers and about double a man high, full of fish and dolphins and whales and everything else, okay? So the idea is that if we get MSC certified, that they've gone through particular checks to ensure that this is the case. It's sad to say that this is also not true. However, we do as much as is in place to keep the ocean sustainable. This isn't about sustainability, it's about delicious and nutritious. Sorry for throwing those things on you. So let's get into it, right? I've spoken for too long. Everyone's getting hungry. So here we go. Let's take a look down as this goes in. The nuts have already filtered in there, as you'll see. So the first thing, just get all that salad in there. It goes in there. Wash it if you need to. If you don't. It's a big bowl, right? This is a big kind of like hug me type bowl size. This is how big a salad should be. If you're having a salad for your meal, this is how big a salad should be in terms of the leaves, all right? I'm telling you right now, that's how it is. Salad has gone in. Next thing, we're just gonna throw, very simple, look, there's nothing, you can sprinkle it about a little bit. I wouldn't just like go like, you gotta kind of mix it a tiny bit. We will mix it properly a little bit in a moment. I'm already throwing stuff all over the floor here. And the same goes as well for your ginger, right? We're gonna sprinkle that in very politely and somewhat evenly around. Please don't forget to put salt and pepper. Now, the idea that I got from a friend who is a chef which I think is like perfect, is you should season at every stage of the cooking process. This isn't a cooking process, it's a preparation process. But at the same time, I'm gonna season generally at every stage of it, all right? So here we go. Pepper. I do like pepper. And you cannot be skimpy or reductive with the seasoning here. Don't overdo it, but please don't underdo it. So the pepper is going in there. I'll give that a little shake, right? Now, for salt, I do normally have types of nice salts like Himalayan salts and things like this, but I'm actually on my last ends now. So this salt here is quite simply one I got from Tuscany, okay? In all honesty, I think it's actually sodium chloride. And yes, there is a difference between salt and NaCl. Salt is not NaCl. Salt is salt. Sodium chloride is sodium chloride. One's been very, very refined, which is sodium chloride. The other one, you can scrape off your skin after you get out of the sea. That's salt. Okay, so, oh my goodness, I'm actually almost out here, but that should just be enough, maybe there. Yep. Wow, saying goodbye to that one, some of the last memories of a Tuscany holiday. That's gone in there. Now I'm gonna put this beetroot that I mentioned in, this dark colours. Now you can already see how colourful this is looking, all right? Now, I want to let you know, you can also, I'll look at you properly, you can also put blueberries in here. Blueberries. But if I put blueberries in here, I probably wouldn't put tomatoes in there. It's just, the texture is not just the same, right? This is about food and the textures and stuff. So if I put blueberries in there, I probably would have put the half-eaten paprika in there as well. Yeah, just be respectful of things that fit together and don't get kind of like clashes. Don't do like sets of tricep extensions after bench press and stuff like this, and you know, overdo stuff. Yeah, you get me. Right, so let's go now with, there's like pumpkin seeds in there. Might have like half a handful or so. And you can always use one or the other. And the reason I'm using walnuts is literally because they're very high in omega-3 and they fit really, really well with the salad. What would also go great in here is carrot, all right? Carrot goes great with ginger and it goes great with walnut. It's an unbelievable combination. Spinach, carrot, ginger and walnut is like award-winning. And if you were to throw them beetroot in there, you're a master. Get the nuts, get some nuts here, just under a handful or a handful. Crush, 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 crush. The hands are getting oily from all this crushing, and that helps you appreciate the oils that are coming out of here. Crush. If you want to ask me about soaking nuts, yes, I normally soak nuts. Do I soak these nuts? No. Why? Convenience. Okay, so crush, crush, and I'm not happy, so I'm going to have a couple more. Crush, 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 baby crush. Right, now let's put some of this sweetness in here. So some of these raisins are about to go in. These ones are a bit kind of clumped and packed together, which is a bit of a shame, because now you have to watch me kind of just peel them apart. But I'm not going mental with the raisins, right? I don't really need too much. I did a session already this morning, handstand practice, and also the general morning practice stuff. So it's not like I'm in a post-workout state where I really, really need lots of quick carbs and stuff like this. But I would welcome both the taste and a little bit of an extra kick from the glucose that this will soon become. As with everything else, but this will just become glucose quicker. Now, there it is. The block. Crumble. Again, you should be using what God gave you. Or the gods gave you. Or were given to you. Or you were born with, whatever. crumble it in, crumble it in. And you know what? I even feel like I need more. But I think it would be a little bit exaggerating, as my partner would say to me. Shake that off. Wash the hands. Hear that going on. And now, here goes the big guns coming in. Now, the oysters, because they are mollusks and they have been eating at the bottom of the sea, all the crap, they have been washed here, all right? So I've washed them through and I squeezed a lot of the liquid out of them, and I'm just gonna drizzle them on, just like that, all right? Now the sardines, my sardines here, get yourself the fork with which you're gonna eat your salad to save yourself washing up. Look, check this out. Just cut it across, cut it across, cut it across. And now when I pull all these out, it's just gonna come out nicely in bits. There's not that much flavor in the sardines themselves, and they're not actually that fishy. So you don't really wanna get like a big chunk of it in your mouth, because it kind of just is like not much flavor in it. And normally I would salt again after this. There's not really much salt in there, and it's quite bland, the sardines. But as I said, I've just run out of the only salt I really have. So yeah, that's a sad story. But that's what it is at the moment. I will give it another one of the pepper. Season at every stage of the cooking process. And we're ready now for the oils. And actually one thing, I didn't show you one ingredient, which is kind of obvious. It's balsamic vinegar, good balsamic vinegar. I'm gonna bring you back up just to explain for a moment. You don't need to make a complex salad dressing, all right? You can do like salad dressing and shake it up all and stuff before and make this perfect dressing and things like that. I've done it lots of times, and it's useful to have it just there and have a salad dressing lying about. But what I like to ensure is that, we're getting serious now, when I prepare this salad, I want to see and measure with my eyes how much of the calories are going in there. This is like where I'm getting most of my calories from, with these fats. So it's important that I can see, okay, I've put a decent amount in there. And each one of these oils, you'll see in a minute, it's just rough, but it's gonna be at least 2 to 3 tablespoons of each oil. So in total, about 10 tablespoons of these oils put together. So you don't need to prepare the salad dressing before, and I'll be just quite frankly honest, this mix of oils, it has almost like a truffle-like taste to it when they're mixed together, and all it needs is balsamic, a lot of it, and nothing else, and that is it. You don't need to faff around with all this, that, and the third, all right? So, without further ado, let's do the oil spew. So, here we go. It's gonna look like this. Olive oil, right? This is the first one going in. This is the olive oil. This is how much I'm using. Olive oil. Number 1. Hemp seed oil. Number 2. Get it all over there. Now, flaxseed oil, I will use a little bit less of this. And the reason is, again, because of the first word, which is mandatory in the phrase of describing the food that we're looking for, which is delicious and nutritious. Flaxseed is very, very strong. Yeah, it's very strong. And if you put too much flaxseed in it, you'll notice it. It's like, ugh. So I put half an amount of flaxseed oil, perhaps, as the other stuff. Flaxseed oil. That's enough. And, that is probably about, what I just put on there is about the amount of oil someone would normally put on a salad. Of course, everyone's different, but in my experience, that's what you get on a salad. And it's not enough, from my perspective, in terms of like making the salad into a meal. Remember, this is a meal salad. It's not like a side salad. It's a meal. Okay, last but not least, here we go. balsamic, balsamic, balsamic. All that remains is to mix this mother. Mix it good. Now I only have my plastic mixing things. For those of you who have like olive wood mixing tongs, feel free to send a pair my way if you feel sorry for me. I feel like olive wood anything is something you kind of have to wait for as like a wedding present or something like that. It's not really something you should buy yourself. So I'm just sticking with the plastic until something like that happens. Right, so here we go. Mix, mix. You have to be a little bit careful, right? Because if you just pull all this up right away, it's just gonna go mental and everywhere. You have to kind of turn, actually, is a better, the movement pattern we're looking for is turning. Turning, the difference is that one goes over the other, whereas mixing is more like this, right? So the pattern we're looking for is turning, 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 lifting and turning, lifting and turning. Vocabulary is important when it comes to movement so that we can establish a universal vocabulary with which to refer to. All right? Don't stop until it's all mixed. Everything must be coated. Everything must be coated. Everything must be coated. And I hope you can start to see how these leaves are now just carrying that oil. You know, by the looks of it, it could need a bit more balsamic, but I don't want to eat it and kind of have you watch me eat it as well. That's going to be enough, like that. Look, there we go. There we go. There we go. And the finishing touch. I know that you've all been wondering what that's doing there. There's that bit of parsley there. I'm just going to put it on top. There we have it, my friends. That is the all-in salad. How many calories here, you can only guess yourself. And this is essentially the fresh alternative to the sardine fry. If you haven't watched that other staple meal, go and watch it on the channel, the sardine fry. This is the other option when you want something a bit fresher. Maybe sardine fries for winter, maybe the all-in salad is for summer. You can choose. The last thing I also point out here is because everything is fresh, everything is raw, you really are going to get, and you can taste it coming out in the juices here, you're really going to get all of those nutrients delivered to you and extracted from the food, because as we know, uncooked raw food, by virtue of it not being denatured in the cooking process, but also because if you're doing your work, you need to chew it more. So you're going to be chewing on this, chomp, 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 chomp. You're going to feel like a cow. And that's great, because a cow can extract nutrients from grass. Can you extract nutrients from grass? And I don't want to hear about you don't have 4 stomachs or whatever. No, you can't. But what are cows doing all day? That's where it lies in. Whereas a sardine fry, it's good, but a sardine fry, I can swallow that whole. This is something that I will sit and chew on. I can feel those nutritious juices coming out of it. You can even spit it back into a bowl and sell it if you want. That's disgusting. Don't do that, please. But I'm just trying to emphasize that the nutrients in this are not only there in the bowl, they're going to go into your system. They're going to go into your belly. They're going to become a part of you. And as you're kind of, metabolizing and replacing all of these tissues and stuff and going through all these biochemical processes that require these things, your body is going to say to you, thank you. Thank you. That leaves nothing left to be said. My friends, please enjoy your all-in salad. That was a lie, that was the thumbnail at the end, wasn't it? That was the thumbnail right there, yeah? Get a bit more light on it. Okay. Peace out, happy eating, happy practice. Sending much love to all.